The face-off that day is at 80 million views. So if there was a pre-existing injury, somebody would have noticed it. He was limping, put his shoes on, he ran right at him. I don't think there was. Anything is possible, but he sure didn't look like it. And for 80 million just on my accounts, that number's got to be massive. Nobody noticed anything. So there you go.
All right, so let down in Sin City last night. So much expectation didn't come to fruition. It's early in the morning, so I'm heading back to the Bay. It's like somebody broke into my house on Christmas morning and took my gift. I discussed that and more in my live reaction from Octagon side. UFC 329 was a great night, but the main event, that sucked. 12 p.m. Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific at my YouTube channel. Don't miss it.
Não tem reação, todo mundo tá esperando a volta do Conor na luta entre os dois e uma fatalidade dessa acontece, faz parte do MMA, não tem muito o que fazer. Vamos esperar os próximos capítulos. Isso é bom para todos nós. Para mim, nada mudou. O próximo da fila ainda continua sendo eu, Charles Oliveira, presidente deles.
Everybody's trying to figure out, hey, was Conor injured prior to the fight? You can say what you want about Conor. Thing he is not is a bamboozler. Because I've had a lot of people say, man, why would Conor do that? He came out like an idiot, jumped across the cage, threw a kick. Conor always does that. When I was training to fight him, I was expecting within the first 5 minutes some kind of spinning wheel kick, some type of flying knee, some type of flying Superman punch. He did the Superman punch against Cowboy Cerrone within the first 5 seconds. To those who say, why would he do that? Well, he did it because he always does that. I believe he wants to fight me. I believe he tried to fight me. I believe he wanted to fight me. I believe that's how the negotiations went. When it comes to the confines of competition, the dude would not do just show up to take a pay.
Michael Chandler has defended Conor McGregor's decision to begin the fight aggressively, arguing that much of the criticism surrounding the opening kick has been exaggerated. While some observers described McGregor's explosive start as unnecessary or overly risky, Chandler believes those reactions have gone too far. Responding to the debate, he pointed to a previous face-to-face encounter with McGregor, recalling the widely shared image in which McGregor swung a punch, failed to connect, and Chandler stood his ground without showing any reaction. For Chandler, that moment reflected the confidence he has maintained throughout their rivalry.
Face, I already did. That's why a picture exists of this little leprechaun punching up and missing me and me not flinching. Where the f*** is the rest of the footage where we toss this little guy like a piece of dirty drawers across the red carpet? That's why all the footage starts with him far away. Buddy, you look like a drunk, ugly extra in a Sherlock Holmes movie. What in the 1934 am I looking at? Fix your face. Holy. Oh, that's me. Why are you kicking him while he's down? Dude, f*** this guy when he's down, up, sideways, asleep, while I'm... Sorry. What in the f***, Liddell, happened to the landing strip on your head? Worst 10 seconds I've ever seen. Thank you for the walkout being long.
Following Conor McGregor's lackluster outing, Machine Gun Kelly launched a scathing online attack against the former champion. His remarks immediately triggered heavy criticism and turned into one of the most discussed reactions to the event.
So I have eyes, DJ. I have eyes. When they did the replay and he took the Crocs off, he didn't put weight on that right leg. He didn't, and I know he was throwing it in the locker room. Also, I think, David, you said there was a guy that put 900K on Max right before the fight. I think you mentioned it. So things like that. And I think, another one, conspiracies. Okay, yeah, there's a board right there. There's a reel of Mel Gibson and what's the big dude? Vince Vaughn. That's his name. Vince Vaughn.
Yeah.
And then you see Mel says to him, if you find the clip, chuck it in, and he goes, his legs jacked up. And he's like, for real? He's like, yeah, watch this. And people are reading their lips. So again, that's the conspiracy.
Attention has now shifted toward Max Holloway's future, and the former champion has made one thing clear. Retirement is not on his mind. Instead, Holloway has indicated that he expects to return in 2027 with his sights firmly set on competing for another world title. Whether that opportunity comes at lightweight or welterweight remains undecided, but his ambition to chase championship success has not changed. While Holloway has avoided naming a specific opponent or confirming which division he plans to compete in, his comments suggest that he still believes his best days inside the cage are ahead of him. Rather than looking back on his accomplishments, he appears focused on writing the next chapter of his career. That a move toward a lightweight title opportunity has already become a popular topic among fans and analysts. If that path becomes reality, it could open the door to several compelling matchups, and add another exciting chapter to an already remarkable career.
Hey, you said it, and I would love that. So I'm on the same boat as the 155 champ. I heard he's not coming back to next year too, so we might be on the same cruise. Brother, that would be so much fun. I think so. I want to become a 2 division champ. I don't think anybody did that yet. Skip one and then go just to another weight class. So that'd be amazing, right? That'd be so much fun. And then if I beat Islam, right? If I got to get the fight and I beat him, in Justin's words, I would have been the 155 champ. So I'm the first triple champ.
Max Holloway has made it clear that he is open to completing a trilogy if the UFC decides to book a third fight. Rather than avoiding another meeting with his longtime rival, Holloway has welcomed the possibility, showing that he has no hesitation about stepping back into the cage for another chapter in their rivalry. He has also revealed an interest in moving toward the weight class that Conor McGregor has recently been discussing. Although no official plans have been confirmed, Holloway appears to view that division as an exciting opportunity and a realistic direction for the next stage of his career. Whether it leads to a trilogy showdown or a fresh challenge in a new weight class, Holloway has made it clear that he remains focused on competing at the highest level.
About this 170 domain, I put in this 170 work. We worked our asses off here, especially after turning around so fast after that March fight and to come back. I wanna feel this domain that he's talking about, this 170 corner that he's talking about, this different world. That's what I want. So I know I want to see what his injury is, and for me, I'm down to come back 2027. With that March fight and this fight, I know I came out unscathed, but I owe my family some time. I owe my wife and my son some time, some family time.
Attention then turned to the speculation surrounding Conor McGregor's injury, particularly claims that he entered the fight with an existing physical problem. While Ariel Helwani stopped short of making any medical conclusions, he explained that, based on the information available to him, there was no indication McGregor was already dealing with a prior injury. McGregor's longtime coach, John Kavanagh, also addressed the issue, stating that the technique involved had been practiced consistently for months without any complications. According to Kavanagh, the injury was simply an unfortunate accident rather than the result of a weakened or previously damaged knee.
Now, when I say that, it is important to note that he is about to turn 38. His body has been through a lot, some self-inflicted, some not. Obviously, the injuries, they catch up to you. Obviously, the New York Times article, the stuff that you put in your body, the layoff, all that catches up to you. And so when I say no pre-existing injury, yes, my understanding is the right knee was not injured going into this fight. But that doesn't mean that he is not dealing with stuff, or that he is who he once was, or that he is able to recover like he once did, or he is able to fight.
The discussion then shifted to Conor McGregor's future, with the panel examining what the result could mean for his position in the UFC. One of the biggest questions was whether a matchup with Michael Chandler could still become the fight that marks his return to competition. While no one offered firm predictions about how negotiations might unfold, the overall view was clear. Many believe McGregor's position has been weakened considerably, leaving more uncertainty around his future than at any other point in his UFC career.
It's the smart bet. I think they may just run it back.
It's like a year away, though, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it's a year away. A million things can happen, right? But the UFC, if I'm the UFC, I'm like, call us when you're ready. We don't have to worry about negotiations. We don't have to worry about you testing. Like,
it works for them.
This works for them.
Okay.
You don't think?
No, I'm curious.
Yeah, because like if I'm the UFC, you have very little leverage. It's not like you just won an incredible fight and you're like, hey, pin me or pay me, and then I'm leaving. And then if you would have gotten knocked out, it would have been bad. This is, of all the scenarios, I think this is the worst scenario for Conor as far as negotiating.
Dustin Poirier also shared his thoughts on the outcome, raising questions about Conor McGregor's decision to open the fight with a high-risk flying kick. In Poirier's view, attempting such an aggressive technique after spending nearly 5 years away from active competition carried considerable danger. He suggested that, following such a lengthy absence from the octagon, a more measured approach may have reduced the risks associated with an explosive opening strategy.